In today's video, we're going to talk about the Kaiju MonsterVerse, aka Legendary's Godzilla X Kong The New Empire. So, yo, what is freaking good YouTube Warstu here? If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Kaiju, Marvel, DC, pop culture based content that I try to deliver on a daily basis. If you could, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on. And let me know down below, who are you looking forward to seeing in Godzilla X Kong? Because we know it's not just gonna be Godzilla and Kong, is it? Careful for spoilers, we know there's at least Scar King, Shimu, and a bunch of other kaiju creatures potentially inside the Hollow Earth. So, let's break it down. So in today's video, it's a bit of an update. When I exclusively told you we will be getting footage from Godzilla X Kong The New Empire before anybody else. And of course, someone else has come out and basically backed up that my sources were telling me the true thing. So, someone on Twitter called KDM_monsters for some reason has credibility in the field, but I got my information from my own sources. But all he's done with what he said a few days ago is back up what I was already told, which tells me everything else I was told was most likely true as well. So he says this, and it's obvious because of the SAG strike that they're not going to have actors at San Diego Comic-Con because legally no union members can promote any movies they're in until said strike is over. So respectfully, this doesn't really tell me anything that I didn't already know. But it's always good to update information that I post. Legendary has cancelled their San Diego Comic-Con 2023 panel due to the SAG strike. I was also told if they did strike, this would happen, but that's kind of obvious because if anyone knows what the union rules are, you can't advertise, you can't be at any red carpets, you can't be at an event, you can't promote any movie you're in because you're part of said union. The panel in Hall H would feature Dune 2, which I also told you that would be at San Diego Comic-Con, and Godzilla X Kong The New Empire. Then this account goes on to speculate, I wonder if we'll get some Godzilla X Kong reveals as planned. You'll never know. What I find fascinating is when I said we were going to get a new trailer at San Diego Comic-Con as long as the actors didn't strike, I didn't really get the respect, but for some reason when someone else says the exact same thing, that what I said, even though I said it like a week earlier, for some reason people start listening when someone else says it. I get it. KDM has some kind of credibility in the space, which is cool, but like I said, all he's done is confirm what I was already told. So I haven't really been told if the trailer is still going to come. But as I said in the previous video to do with the MonsterVerse, it would make sense. And a lot of people were like, no, they're going to start promoting it a couple of months before, just like they did with Godzilla vs. Kong. No, because this movie is coming out when all the markets are going to be open. It's not going to be when the world is just coming out of the markets open, and it's not going HBO Max, which is now called Max, day-and-day release. So they have to promote this movie way ahead of time to build the hype up. It's shocking Godzilla vs. Kong with Mechagodzilla, how savage that fight was. Only made $500 million plus whatever it made on Max, HBO Max. So this movie has the potential to create a whole MonsterVerse universe. Respectfully, we don't really have the world building, the groundbreaking world building that we should have. But this movie, alongside with the other movies that may or may not be canon, we have Godzilla -1 coming out later this year in December. We recently got the trailer. That looks freaking insane. So Legendary, although it's owned by Toho, etc., they have licenses for a lot of these characters, and Warner Bros. Discovery is the distributor, so technically they will market it, but they're not very good at marketing. So do I think we're going to get a trailer this weekend? I don't know. It's hard to say. It would be better if they had the cast and crew at San Diego Comic-Con and if they were to reveal it there. But I think this does add validity to what I said. And also, you got to remember, I got the Godzilla vs. Kong plot leak 100% bang on. If you go back and look to Godzilla vs. Kong plot leak that I dropped, Literally 7 months before the movie came out, I was bang on. So guys, when I say something, start listening to me. Just because someone else says something, it's cool. I've got no idea who this account is, but they seem to have props from some people who are respected in the Kaiju MonsterVerse YouTube community, if you'd like. But just start listening to what I said. So what I also find interesting is Viewer Anon a long time ago. And Viewer Anon, I trust him because he literally got information right back before Infinity War came out years ago. So Endgame came out 2019. So yeah, literal years ago. So if you remember back in June, he said this: the first time they're meet in Godzilla X Kong, Godzilla spears Kong through one of the Great Pyramids in Egypt, which is technically in the Europe area, if you want. And that actually lined up with said plot leak. But some people tried to make out that he said it will be in the first trailer. He didn't say that. He kind of said it will be somewhere. So on June the 3rd, he posted this: since I don't get to see Across the Spider-Verse with everyone else, I'm sad. How about I cheer you up with one fun Godzilla X Kong detail, and I'm positive that we'll make it into the trailer. And I mean, I don't know this for 100% fact, but as far as I can understand from covering Marvel, DC, MonsterVerse, pretty much anything to do with pop culture stuff for literal years on this YouTube channel, Warstu, on Instagram, on Twitter, I'm pretty confident Viewer Anon actually works in Hollywood and is a real insider, because like I say, he literally doesn't miss very often, and when he does miss, he's usually on the money. He's usually somewhat half true. So I was sent this, I guess you could say, concept art. It might be real. It might not be real. It might just be people taking the information from what Viewer Anon said. But it does appear to be a Godzilla on the top of a pyramid, but it doesn't look like Kong. It looks like Shimu. And Shimu in the technical, I don't know if they're real, but we did get some playmates, or I actually can't remember which company it was. But we got some images that implied Shimu was going to be smaller than Godzilla. No, that won't be the case. He was just lying down, and a few people misinterpreted what I actually said. So maybe Viewer Anon has got his information wrong. Let's just go on the hypotheses, or hypothesize, that this image is actually real, and maybe he got his information wrong, and maybe it's Godzilla and Shimu fighting on the pyramids in Egypt. It could be that, but this is the good thing I like about the MonsterVerse videos, is I can speculate and accumulate, as we say here in the United States of Kingdom, and you guys won't go at me in the comment section. Well, you can if you want, but I'll put it in the thumbnail, or I'll overlay the image. Due to how YouTube works, I won't be able to put it on the screen for long, just in case it is real. I don't know if it is, but I do know that Viewer Anon, don't follow anyone, but I've followed what he said from various platforms since Infinity War. Generally speaking, Viewer Anon doesn't miss. And as I said previously, a bit earlier in the video, if he does miss, he's not too far off. So it does appear there will be some kind of kaiju fight on top of a freaking pyramid, which is freaking cool. So likewise, guys, do you think we're going to get a teaser trailer still dropped during San Diego Comic-Con? Because realistically, Marvel's not there, DC's not there, but that doesn't stop Marvel dropping a new trailer for the Marvels, or for Loki Season 2, or Echo, and it doesn't stop DC dropping something like Blue Beetle or Aquaman 2 during San Diego Comic-Con. So if Warner Bros. And Legendary actually were clever, they would drop another teaser. Like they dropped the first teaser that was 30 seconds, that's shown as the release date. It actually told us what the movie was called, showed us some orangutan, which is confirmed to be Scar King. So realistically, if I was a betting person, I can't get this confirmed by anyone. I've spoke to people who told me that Legendary was going to drop something at San Diego Comic-Con, and they can't get a straight answer. So it's up in the air, because the studios don't really know what to do because the strike's happening. They can't really do a lot in person. They can still promote movies, cool. They can still do stuff, but do they want to start a whole campaign for Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire without the main stars of the movies being there to kind of introduce it and get a bit more flavor, even though we've got the whole plot synopsis officially revealed by Legendary, and even though we know the alleged plot leaks are pretty much bang on, but seeing as they've come from a test screener, It's not the final version, so certain scenes would change, certain scenes would be added, certain scenes would be taken away. But like always, guys, let me know down below. I do want to start covering the whole MonsterVerse on a better scale. I am thinking about maybe covering Godzilla -1 if enough people want me to, because the MonsterVerse videos generally do decent. I'm more concerned about the actual interaction with the comment section, because that's how I judge how well the video does, not the views. I judge it on the comment ratio. If the comments are good, I can keep doing more MonsterVerse stuff. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram. I wish you to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful face. Check us out on Twitter. I wish you G, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.